yourself and ask your questions directly. So thank you so much, Dr. Kamini, for joining the platform today. Before you joined, we had asked a quiz question from everyone that which part of the back should any chair definitely support? And we have got the highest number of responses for lumbar region. So looking forward to the answer from your end. Great. Okay. So namaste, sat shri akal, salamu alaikum, and a very fresh good evening, everyone. This is Sanghamitra, leading the K management team at Xyla Health, and I'm your host for today. So to start with, and for a quick introduction, Xyla Health is India's leading AI-powered health management platform that is serving 5 lakh plus patients in 595 plus cities and happens to be the highest rated app with a 4.8 plus rating and delivers 24/7 care. We have been helping people with multiple health conditions such as COVID, diabetes, heart issues, kidney health issues, and women's health issues through a very able and experienced team that is in-house at Xyla for the highest quality care. So today we are discussing about ergonomics, what exactly it is, the importance of ergonomics in our day-to-day life, what are the solutions to improve your health. So for this, we have with us Dr. Kamini Mishra, who specializes in orthopedics with 12 plus years of experience in this field. She is a pelvic floor and women health therapist and has previous working experience at NHI, Cloud9, and Apollo. Welcome, Dr. Kamini. We are looking forward to this insightful, informative session with you today. Before we start, requesting everyone to please keep sharing your questions if you have any in the chat box section. Towards the end of the webinar, we'll cover all your questions, we'll answer all your queries. आपके जो भी सवाल हैं, आप chat box में जरूर पूछ सकते हैं, या हम सेशन के एंड में आपके लिए प्लेटफॉर्म भी ओपन करेंगे जहां पे आप डायरेक्टली डॉक्टर कामनी से अपने सवाल पूछ सकते हैं. So over to you, Dr. Kamini, now.
Okay, thank you, Sanghamitra, for the lovely introduction. So first of all, a lovely evening to everyone. I welcome you all for this lovely, interesting webinar. And the webinar is Ergonomic Awareness in Our Daily Routine, which is, if I say, it is called the need of the hour, right? And this ergonomics awareness is something which is very, very important in our lives, everybody's lives, whether it's me, whether it's you. So today we'll talk about that how we can apply ergonomics in our daily routine. So people must know about that. I must say they seen in the newspapers, they seen in offices that ergonomic awareness at your office site. But today we are talking about the ergonomic awareness in our daily routine, that how it create an impact on our body, right? और हम लोग आज दोनों लैंग्वेज में बात करेंगे, इंग्लिश में भी बात करेंगे, हिंदी में भी बात करेंगे. And your questions are welcome. Jahan bhi problem hoti hai, just do let us know. Our Sanghamitra is there to help us, right? So to begin with the session, the most important thing when we talk about that, what is this ergonomic? What is the definition of the ergonomic? So, you know, when we talk about the ergonomics, it is something that deal with an applied science which involves the designing and arranging thing that people use. Whatever we are using at our home, the people and things interact most efficiently and safely. It is what we call it as a ergonomics. आप घर में कोई भी सामान यूज कर रहे हैं, चाहे कोई भी वो इलेक्ट्रिकल गैजेट हो, चाहे वो आपकी किचन के अंदर एक रखा हुआ डिशवॉशर क्यों ना हो, चाहे वो आपके अगर मैं घर में बात करूं आपके ड्राइंग रूम के अंदर एक रिक्लाइनिंग चेयर क्यों ना हो, that actually applies the ergonomic formula. So ergonomics is always depends on three things. When we design the ergonomics, it depends on basis of three important factors. One is your motion, your flexibility, and your strength. But we'll discuss in detail that how is this ergonomics works. So for example, I just took an example of dishwasher. So everybody knows that during the COVID times, you, me actually give a leave to our maid, you know, हमने उसको छुट्टी दे दी कि भाई आपको नहीं आना, हमें अपने आप को बचा के रखना है, तो आप मत आइए। अब यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम क्या हुई, जो लोग काम करते थे उनके लिए बहुत इजी था, लेकिन जो लोग काम नहीं करते थे उनके लिए एक बहुत बड़ा हर्डल था। ऑफिस का काम भी करना है, बच्चे को भी देखना है, हस्बैंड को भी देखना है, पूरा घर मैनेज करना है विदाउट एनी हेल्प। तो उसमें उन्होंने क्या किया, जब हमारे घर की सफाई की बात आती है, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट आवर क्लीनिंग ऑफ आवर होम, सो यहाँ पर सबसे चीज जो इंपॉर्टेंट यूज हुई इन 2 सालों में, दैट्स आर बेसिकली अ वेरी फेमस you know our which is called a sliding wiper. Okay, so जिसके अंदर that involves a one tub, उसके अंदर we have a one rod जिसके अंदर आप उसको डाल के प्रेस करके you can just clean anything whatever you want without bending your back. उसमें एक बहुत बड़ा डंडा है, राइट, देयर इज अ वन बिग टूल, ओके, और उसपे जस्ट आई नीड टू फिल द बकेट विद द वाटर एंड देन आई हैव टू कीप दैट रॉड इनटू दैट बकेट, स्क्वीज इट so that it become dry, and I can clean any surface wherever I want, whether if I'm talking about the floor, whether I'm talking about my like my walls, it can be my bathroom walls, it can be my room walls. So that works wonders, क्योंकि इसमें क्या हुआ कि आपको ज्यादा झुकना नहीं पड़ा। अगर मेरे को बैकएक है and I'm having a stress, यार, my maid is not working for 2-3 days, what should I do? So वहां पे it actually create a great impact in my life, because I get that helping tool, which actually helped me to clean my house without putting any strain on my back. So this is one example of your ergonomics. Second, dishwasher. So I talked to my patient, and their husband and wife, their daughter is actually staying in America. So I just simply asked that, what about your cleaning of your dishes? How you clean it? So they told me, Dr. Kamini, I buy a dishwasher from Johnson & Johnson and it works wonders. The best part that I don't use, my hands. I just need to put the, utensils in that tub, and automatically I just press the button and it cleans my dishes. So dishwasher, it's something where the ergonomics applies. So second example, when I'm talking about my home, when I'm talking about my daily routine. Third thing, if I'm taking an example, I'm outside. So suppose if you are going outside to have a lunch or a dinner with your family, and what nowadays, most of the people start using low height tables and mid height tables and the standard tables, okay, which you can adjust according to your height. If suppose I'm sitting on a low seat and the table of mine is little higher, so it will be little discomfortable to me to have a meal on it. But if it is at the level of my chest, then I can take my meal properly. So here the ergonomics applies. So ergonomics is something which actually work in the alignment of my bones. So when I'm talking about my alignment of bones, so that actually involves the posture correction. So ergonomics applies for the maintenance of your posture, so that my alignment of bones should be correct without putting stress on my soft tissues, without creating any fatigueness in my muscles around my body. See, if my muscles are less fatigued, I can able to use my muscles more efficiently, right? Secondly, if my posture is correct, if I'm not putting any strain on my back, then I will be free from any kind of a back pain. It can be your upper back pain, it can be your middle back pain, it can be your low back pain. Or if I'm talking about your other joints, so it can be my hands, I'm talking about my wrist, it can be my fingers, it can be my knee, it can be my hip. So here your joint mobility is very important. So ergonomics is very, very important when I'm talking about my body, right? Next slide, Sangamitra. Yes. Now, what are the benefits of the ergonomics? So when we talk about the benefit of ergonomics, so it's a very simple and precise purpose, so that we can fit the task of the person rather than having any strain on bodies, our body. Like it can be anything, Suppose if I take an example, you are going for a gardening. Okay. So if my plants are placed on the floor rather than on the high chairs or the high stools, so I will having a more discomfort when I'm going to water my plants. अगर प्लांट्स की हाइट को मैं अगर एलोवेटेड, आजकल आपने देखा होगा कि मार्केट्स के अंदर बहुत सारे ऐसे बार्स आते हैं, स्पेशली डिजाइन किए जाते हैं ताकि हम अपने प्लांट्स को अच्छी तरीके से वहां फिट कर सके, सो दैट मेरी पोजीशन और प्लांट की पोजीशन शुड बी सेम. अगर वो दोनों सेम लेवल पे होंगे, सो आई विल नॉट बी लीनिंग फॉरवर्ड मोर, राइट? आई कैन वाटर द प्लांट्स मोर एफिशिएंटली. सेकेंडली, पहले के टाइम में क्या होता था, लोगों को इतना पता नहीं होता था, तो लोग पानी कैसे देते थे पेड़ों को? बाय टेकिंग अ बकेट ऑफ वाटर. ठीक है, आपके पास एक बकेट होता था, आप प्लांट्स के पास लेके जाते थे. आज क्या कर सकते हैं? इन मार्केट वी हैव अ स्मॉल apparatus अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट. यू कैन चूज अकॉर्डिंग टू द साइज एंड यू कैन वाटर द प्लांट्स. सो दैट इज नॉट creating any pressure to my hands, to my fingers, right? So this is the benefits of the ergonomic design. Secondly, it always improves the productivity and the quality at the workplace. So when I'm talking about the productivity and quality at the workplace, so if suppose I am doing work from home, so I will be creating my own desktop at my own house. So here ergonomics applies. That involves the correct position of my laptop, my keyboard if I'm using, the other position of my mouse, my chair, my table. So that here ergonomics applies. Secondly, it prevents the injury or any kind of a pain, because nowadays 70 to 80% people are suffering from neck pain, back pain, wrist pain, and knee pain. So if your posture is correct, if you're working according to the ergonomic rule, you will always prevent yourself any kind of an injury or pain. It creates a comfortable environment. Why this comfortable environment is there? Why? Because if your working station or wherever you are sitting comfortably, you can enjoy your task more efficiently. You can finish your task more efficiently rather than keep thinking, कैसे करूं? मजा नहीं आ रहा काम करने में, अरे घर से काम करना तो it's something boring. So it is very important. And yes, the most important thing, the fourth point, it improves the posture and the alignment, which is the main reason of creating any kind of a pain in my body, right? Next slide, Sangamitra. Okay. Now here, we are discussing about the most common thing, musculoskeletal disorders. So it is nothing, we are talking about the painful conditions of our joints, our muscles, our nerves. So to begin with that, I would like to mention few things about ergonomics in our daily routine. So first, let's start with our kitchen. My favorite place, kitchen. Why this ergonomics is very important. So आजकल आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, पहले जमाने में हम किचन खुद ही बनाते थे, लेकिन आजकल क्या होता है, आजकल इंटीरियर आता है हमारे घर में that cost rupees 3.5-4.5 lakh to specially design a beautiful kitchen for us. So उसमें ऐसा क्या है? Why they are charging more? What is the purpose? Kitchen तो कोई भी बना सकता है. I can take the people, I can create my own design, but why? So when we talk about the ergonomics applied in our kitchen, so that means that requires number one, a proper space of my storage. If I have a proper space for the storage, so I can keep my all the boxes in an alignment, right? Secondly, that proper storage can be designed according to my height, or it can be designed according to the optimal height. Secondly, all the utensils should be placed at the sink level. There will be a cabinet which is next to the sink. Third thing, which is very much important, whenever I'm cooking something, I should always have a proper space for the cooktop. Fourth, which is very much important, when we are talking about to make a chapati, when I'm talking about a roller, so roller has to be light in weight. If it is heavy in weight, when I keep on rolling, actually it will create a pressure on my fingers, my finger joints. That will actually give a lot of stiffness. And it mostly happens whenever the patient having any kind of a arthritic problem. The people keep on telling, मैं जब भी रोटी बेलता हूँ मुझे बड़ी दर्द होती है, हाथ पूरी बेंड नहीं होते हैं. But the most important, whenever you are taking a roller, always make sure it should be always light in weight, and you can hold it very nicely, comfortably. Third thing, nowadays in market you can see people, there are lot of kind of a utensils which actually involves a good kind of a material which are light in weight. Okay, people are actually going to give a reference ki, okay, I should take this kind of a utensil which is very good for me, rather than going for an aluminium one. I should take that one. So material is very much important. So always keep one thing in your mind. Whenever we are talking about the kitchen should be designed according to your comfort. You know the kitchen area, you know the proper height. If I take a simple example, if suppose if I'm 6 feet high taller, and the kitchen slab is it's just 4 feet high, for example. So that means if there will be so much difference between the height of the slab as well as the height of the mine, there I will be putting a lot of strain on my back whenever I'm cleaning my utensils. So in that case, the slab height should be always at the level of my waist, so that I can clean my utensils very well without putting any strain on my back. This is very important. Number 4, which is very much important, if you are working in the kitchen, make sure you always wear a comfortable, well-padded chappals, footwears. It is very important. Or if you do not wish to wear footwears, try to always use a well-padded rugs in your kitchen, so that you can avoid walking with the barefoot in the kitchen. Because most of the homes, we are not using chappals whenever we enter in a kitchen. So always give a preference to use a well-padded rug. Third thing, which is very much important, if you feel that you have a problem with a backache, or if you have a knee joint problem, so always make sure, always spend some money buying a mid-height stool, which is always there in the kitchen. So whenever you are preparing anything, always take a rest between your working hours. For example, I am preparing any vegetables. So make sure you can rest your 1 feet on the stepper if it is there. That will also give rise to a comfort to my backache as well as my knee joint pain. So resting between the hours whenever you are working in the kitchen is very important. So this is my kitchen. Second, if I'm talking about my bathroom. So when we talk about the bathroom, so the most important thing, whenever you are planning to buy a toilet seat, always remember, first sit on the toilet seat so that your hip and your knee should maintain a 90-degree angle. What happened when we buy a toilet seat or when we placed in our bathroom? So sometimes it should be always higher. Our half of the legs are hanging on the air. Okay. So we are not feeling comfortable while passing the motion. And this problem comes when a lot of patients have a constipation problem. तो उसके लिए आप क्या कर सकते हो, आप जब भी पॉट शीट को लगा रहे हो, मेक श्योर आप उसको बैठ के देखें, आप उसको अपने अकॉर्डिंग एडजस्ट कराएं, ताकि आपका नी और हिप 90 डिग्री एंगल मेंटेन करे, आपके पैर प्रॉपर, आपके जो फीट्स हैं, दे शुड बी प्रॉपर वेल सपोर्टेड ऑन द ग्राउंड. दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और अगर somehow if you are not able to put it like that, so what you can do, you can use a small stepper. So when you are going for a motion, you can use the stepper below the feet. Now why this stepper is very much important, nowadays constipation problem is very much common. So constipation problem is not because of something that I am taking less fiber. Sometimes we have one muscle which is called puborectalis. So when this particular muscles get tightened, people got a lot of problem of constipation, because these muscles go into the spasm. So while passing the motion, if your position is correct and you are sitting properly, then it will not produce any kind of a more stress on the muscle, and you can pass the motion nicely. So that's why I'm talking about here. Why I'm talking about this bathroom? Because ergonomics applied here also. For example, while brushing your teeth, if my wash basin height is so much, it is not at the level of my chest or at the level of my, if I'm talking about my neck or something, I will keep on bending my upper and middle back like this. and I will clean my teeth like this. So automatically it will rise to a pain in my neck muscles or tightness. Or if someone already having a neck pain, they will also complain कि मैडम जब भी ब्रश करता हूं तो मेरा सिर घूमता है या मुझे झंझनाहट होती है. तो उस केस में आप क्या कर सकते हैं, that आप एक ग्लास में पानी लेकर you can go for your brushing your teeth. So here ergonomics applies. Now the next thing when we talk about the ergonomics, so the floor of the bathroom, always remember when I'm talking about the floor, so it should not be slippery. Okay, always avoid having a slippery bathroom. Don't put that kind of a very slippery marbles or any kind of. Always try to point the marbles which are more curvy, so that you can prevent any kind of a fall. Because after 50 it is always important to avoid any kind of a fall because of your slippery bathroom. It is very important. And if it is possible, so always use, there are a lot of different kinds of rugs available in the market which you can use in your bathroom. So here ergonomics applies. If you are not comfortable taking a bath sitting on the floor, then you can use a stepper here also. So you can sit on the stepper and taking a bath. It is very much important. So here ergonomics applies. Everything, when I'm talking about my soap, my shampoo, it should always have my side. If it is not around my side, if it is more forwardly, or the distance between all these belongings will be more forwardly or more backwardly, I need to change my position, which also causes some kind of a strain on my back. So here ergonomics applies. So this is very, very important when we talk about the ergonomics. The third thing which is very much important when we talk about our bedroom. So always, if nowadays people love to sleep on the low height beds. So if it is possible for you, always design a bed which should always at a medium level, which can be at your waistline. So if I'm talking about the height of my bed, so it should be always at the level of my waist. Because suppose if I'm having a problem of my backache, I can easily lean down on my bed. But if it is less than my height, then it will create a lot of impact, because I will go for a forward bending, then I will go lean forwardly, slowly, slowly, slowly. So here the position of the bed as well as the mattress which you are using during sleeping is very much important. So when I'm talking about the ergonomics, so ergonomics applies everywhere in our daily routine. So the musculoskeletal disorders, that's why I just take an example of kitchen, bathroom, and your bedroom. So musculoskeletal disorders, they are related with that. So they are nothing, they are the painful disorder of the muscle, tendons, cartilage, joint, and spinal disc. And why it is happening? It is happening because of your poor working environment for the body, for the prolonged working hours. Now, why we mention prolonged working hours? So for example, I'm sitting on a chair and Sangha called me. So now I'm watching TV also, and I'm putting my phone like this, and I'm talking and I'm doing something also. So at a one time, particular time, what I am doing a two task. Okay. So whenever I love to talk to Sangha, so she just call me, Dr. Kamini, क्या चल रहा है? हम दोनों बात करते जा रहे हैं. मैं काम भी कर रही हूँ, लेकिन मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? I am just bending my neck like this. It can be one example. Suppose if I'm talking to her for a 25 minutes. So when I'm bending my neck like this, so automatically one side of muscles become tight. This is one thing. Secondly, for example, I love to do a chatting on the phone. So nowadays we love to chat on a WhatsApp. So that requires at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. So suppose if I'm taking my phone and I'm continuously chatting, so automatically you can see the forward bending of my neck. Then what happens? So the moment you just put down your phone on the side, you feel, "Arey, gardan mein bada dard hai," and then you start, just pressing the neck. Gardan badi tight ho gayi. Then you start moving some movements. So here it is very much important. Here, while talking also, while chatting also, while reading also, or even if you are doing a puja in your puja room, it is also important to have a good posture correction. अगर आपके बैक में प्रॉब्लम है, अगर आप कंफर्टेबल फील नहीं कर रहे हैं तो अपने पूजा घर में एक छोटा सा स्टूल रख लीजिए, हाइट, हमें ज्यादा मिड हाइट का नहीं चाहिए, थोड़ा सा हाई स्टूल रखिए ताकि आप उस पर बैठ के पूजा कर सकते हैं। क्योंकि अगर आप जमीन पे बैठ के पूजा कर रहे हैं और आपने अगर अपने भगवान को थोड़ा सा ऊपर रखा है, आपका स्लैब ऊंचा है, तो आप कंटिन्यूसली अपने हाथ को खींचते रहेंगे, यू आर गोइंग टू रीच द थिंग्स फॉरवर्डली, you will be shifting your body like this, so automatically it will create a motion on my lower back. So here it is very much important. So anyone who is having a backache, make sure you will do your rituals or any puja worship on the stool rather than sitting on the floor. If you have a knee pain, any kind of a hip joint pain, any lumbar back pain, please do not go for a cross sitting. You have to avoid the cross sitting. It is very much important. Next slide, Sangamitra. Yes. Now the common musculoskeletal disorders. So the first we'll discuss about the nerve-related issue. So when we talk about the nerve-related issue, so the causes are repetitive motions, your tight muscles, your inflammation of surrounding tissue, your misalignment. This is all happening due to your poor posture. Next slide, Sangha. Yes, common tendon injuries. So what is tendon? So if I talk about the tendon, so tendon is nothing, it's a structure which connects our muscle to a bone. एक मसल को बोन के साथ जोड़ने वाले स्ट्रक्चर को हम टेंडन बोलते हैं। और जब इस टेंडन में कोई भी इन्फ्लेमेशन होती है, which is called tendonitis, and why it is happening? Because of the overuse. And यहाँ पे अगर मैं एग्जाम्पल की बात करूं तो जो लोग बहुत ज्यादा मोबाइल को यूज करते समय अपना थंब को यूज करते हैं, या जो लोग कीबोर्ड्स को बहुत ज्यादा यूज करते हैं, वहां पर टेंडन इंजुरीज आर वेरी वेरी कॉमन. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड संघा. Yes, the third thing which is very much important, it's the common muscular injuries. So which is a very very important topic, the muscular injuries. So when we talk about the muscle, so everybody knows that muscle are the structures which are responsible for the movement and they are help in maintaining my posture. अगर मैं आपसे बात कर रही हूँ, मैं बैठी हूँ, तो पीछे भी मसल है, साइड में भी मसल है, आगे भी मसल है, मेरा फेस पे भी मसल है. So my whole body, we have totally around 625 muscles in our body. So this muscle is very very important. They are help in maintaining a very good posture. They are help us to maintain the alignment of our bones. And when due to a one particular posture, when you sit in a one posture, you produce a lot of load on our muscle. Because of that, muscles got fatigue very easily. And the postural muscles which are more common due to a bad posture, they are your head, your neck, your wrist, your lower backs, your legs, and yes, sometimes your feet muscles also. Next slide, Sangha. Yes. Now, here we talk about the chair. So I am talking about here the ergonomic in one place, but as well as at our home also. So we take an example for if I am doing something, some work, I'm creating my own office at my home. So what are the qualities or what are the specific points that we should always consider? So number one, chair is very important. So this chair can be my dining chair. This chair can be my reclining chair for my rest. This chair can be my workstation chair. So why it is important? So whenever you are taking any chair, whether for the dining table, whether for the resting or whether for your work area, it should always be comfortable, number one. So always check, first sit on the chair, then check. Second, whenever you are sit on the chair, always focus on one thing, it fits your shape. What does it mean, fit your shape? That means your bottom area should be well supported on the chair, right? I suppose I am in a normal BMI. I'm not a very fat person, but other person is obese. So their bottom area might be more broader than me. So if I'm sitting on a chair, that should be well supported so that my hip can be resting very well without feeling any tightness. Second, the height should be adjustable as per the user needs. So nowadays in market, the chairs which are available, they have, you can adjust according to your height. Third, comfortable lumbar back rest. So what is comfortable lumbar back rest? So when we talk about the comfortable lumbar back rest, it is nothing. I'm talking about my lower back. It comprises my lower back. So always give support. If you don't have an adjustable chair at your home, you can place a small pillow vertically on the back of your chair so that your back should be well supported on the pillow, right? Backrest should be large enough to provide a good back support. So यहाँ पे हमें ऐसा नहीं करना कि आपने छोटा सा तकिया उठाया और लगा लिया. अगर मैं पिलो की बात कर रही हूँ या मार्केट में जो भी आप कुछ भी तरह का पिलो ले रहे हैं, आपको ऐसे रखना है ताकि आपकी जो होल स्पाइन है, that should be well supported, right? There should be ample room for hip room once the back is supported, that we already discussed. कि आपका जो bottom है, your buttock area should be totally fit on the bottom of my chair. वो चेयर से ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि चेयर से बाहर निकल रहा है. जो हमारा चेयर का बॉटम है, जो बेस है, उस पे टोटली फिट हो जाना चाहिए. The next thing which is very much important, your 5 pedestal base for better support. चेयर का सपोर्ट जितना अच्छा होगा, जितनी वाइड होगी, उतने गिरने के चांसेस कम होगी. If you are moving here and there, if you have a good support, so of course the tendency of getting the falls will be less. Third thing, you can rest your feet wherever you want to. You can change the position according to your comfort level without putting any force or any strain on your body, right? Next slide, Sangha. Yes. So this is a slide you can see a correct postures to maintain sitting. ये जो आप पिक्चर्स देख रहे हैं ना, ये जरूरी नहीं है कि हमें इसको फॉलो घर पे ही कि अगर मैं घर से काम कर रहा हूं तो ही मुझे करनी है या मैं ऑफिस में हूं. अगर आप अपना नॉर्मल डाइनिंग टेबल पे भी बैठ के खाना खा रहे हैं तो आपका पोस्चर ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. पोस्चर का मतलब क्या हुआ? आप बैठे हुए हैं, आपका बैक वेल सपोर्ट हो गया विद अ बैक रेस्ट, ठीक है. सेकेंडली, आपका जो हिप है, ये हमारा हिप है, ये मेरी लेग्स है. सो योर हिप, योर थाई एंड योर नी शुड मेंटेन अ 90 डिग्री एंगल. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपकी थाइस जो है वो आधी चेयर से बाहर निकल रही है और आधी चेयर के ऊपर है. नहीं, योर full thigh has to be well supported on the chair. So it should always, your hip and your knee should maintain a 90 degree angle. It is very much important, right? Next slide, Sangha. Yes. So here you can see, this is a different form of a deck station where you can work. So these are called the standing bars. These standing bars are nowadays used in the offices, or if you want, you can tell your carpenter to make that standing bar where you can put your laptop and you can work. And even you can put the chair also. So whenever you love to work in a standing position, you can work. If you want to sit down, you can sit down on your chair and you can work. So this can be totally modify according to the position also. So nowadays, the people which are using the high standing bars, now they actually give the adjustable position so that you can adjust the height, which is you can compare according to your height, and you can put the station bar according to your waist side level. Next slide, Sangha. Okay, now before start this correct posture to maintain while driving, I will focusing on 2-3 things. The people who are using laptop a lot at our home, whether you are doing your work or whether you are doing a movie, always remember the one thing which is very much important, which I wanted to tell you, a word which is called habit. यहाँ आजकल जो ergonomics awareness start हुआ, वो क्यों हुआ? हमने अपनी लाइफ में कुछ बेड हैबिट्स को इनकल्केट किया है. वो बेड हैबिट्स कौन सी हैं? काम करना लेटकर, खाना लेटकर, फोन पे बात करना टेढ़ा होकर, एक ही पोजीशन में हम बात करते जा रहे हैं और एक काम के साथ हम 3-3 काम कर रहे हैं. उसके साथ साथ हम लाउंज चेयर पे बैठते हैं तो पूरा लेट जाते हैं. सो ये ergonomics क्यों ड्रिवन हुआ, क्यों, व्हाई दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट? हमें अपनी बैड हैबिट्स पे काम करना है. अगर आप अपने बैड हैबिट्स पे, दैट इन्वॉल्व्स योर पोस्चर करेक्शन, इस पे अगर आप काम करेंगे तो इससे फायदा आपको क्या मिलेगा? आजकल आप अगर कंपेयर करेंगे पहले के लोगों को और आज के लोगों को, पहले के लोगों को नी का प्रॉब्लम इतना होता नहीं था, कमर का दर्द इतना नहीं होता था. बट टुडे every 25 or 30 years old women complain of knee pain. Neck pain is very much common. After 12th, teenagers comes to me and they said, I'm having a neck problem. I'm having a neck pain. This pain is triggering to my arm. Why? Because of your bad posture. पढ़ने की आदत हमने डाल ली कैसे? लेट के पढ़ना है. जमीन पे लेट गए आप, किताब आपने सामने रख ली, आप बेड पे लेट गए, या आप बिल्कुल बेड से आप पीछे टेक लगा के लेट गए. सो ये जो आपकी बेड हैबिट है, देयर हियर यू नीड टू वर्क. तो यहाँ पर सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या चीज है? अपने पोस्चर्स पे काम करना स्टार्ट कीजिए. पोस्चर करेक्शन इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर आपको अपने जॉइंट्स को बचाना है, किसी भी दर्द से बचाना है, स्वेलिंग से बचाना है. अब सेकेंडली यहाँ पे जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग है जो मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूँ, जो हम अभी बात कर रहे थे कि जब हम घर से काम कर रहे हैं लैपटॉप पे स्पेशली, तो कोशिश प्लीज आप लोग ये कीजिए, अपना एक वेल इंक्लाइंड स्पेस होना चाहिए जहां पे आप अपना प्रॉपर लैपटॉप रख सके. आपके पास एक कीबोर्ड होना चाहिए, आपके पास एक माउस होना चाहिए. एंड 3 things which you need to follow whenever you are place your laptop. Always remember a first important rule. It should be placed according to the length of my arm. जितनी आपकी आर्म की लेंथ हाइट है, अगर मैं बात करूं जितनी लंबाई है आपकी आर्म की, उतनी दूरी पे आपका लैपटॉप होना चाहिए. सेकेंडली वो हमेशा मेरे चेस्ट के लेवल पे होना चाहिए, so that I can just incline to the screen of my laptop directly. Right? Third thing, if it is possible for you, spend some money in your keyboards. आप कीबोर्ड भी रखिए, माउस भी रखिए, क्योंकि लैपटॉप पे आप अगर काम कर भी रहे हैं तो you will always assume a very awkward position like this. So if you have a keyboard next to you, so you can work more efficiently without creating any pressure to small joints of my fingers. So it is very important. And third thing, your chair has to be closer to your table. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि लैपटॉप बहुत दूर रख दिया और आप चेयर को पीछे करके, नहीं इन्होंने बोला था कि ऐसे रखना है, नहीं. आपकी जो टेबल है और आपका जो कुर्सी है, दे शुड बी ऑलवेज इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद ईच अदर. जितना आप पास में होंगे, लैपटॉप को हमने रख दिया, वो अब हमने प्लेस कर दिया, बट जब टेबल की और कुर्सी की हम बात कर रहे हैं तो वो हमेशा पास में रहेंगी. राइट? Now, the most important thing which you always follow whenever you are working on a laptop, always remember, keep getting up after every 30 to 40 minutes from your working hours. Secondly, it is very much important. What is important? That always focus. You need to wash your eyes after every 20 to 30 minutes, because whenever you are doing a lot of work on your laptop, it creates a lot of pressure on my eyes. That causes a lot of fatigueness, and sometimes it causes a swelling also, a redness also. To wash your eyes, it's very, very important. So always remember. Now, we came to this point, correct postures to maintain while driving a car. We talk about the sitting posture. We talk about the pillow. So in this position also, you can see the 2 pictures. So I already told you that whenever you are sitting, your hip and knee should maintain a 90-degree angle, which is very, very important. So always remember one thing, that whenever you are driving your car, a back should be well supported. So you can use any kind of a pillow on the back. It is very important. Secondly, your hip. So because see, if you can see in one position where your hip is slightly elevated. So when your hip is slightly elevated, it actually creates a pain on your hip muscles. Sometimes when you are driving for longer hours, when you come out, you feel always that my muscles become stiff. So it is always important. So position, your posture correction while driving is very, very important. Next slide, Sangha. Yes, very important. Now you can see, this is the picture where one person is taking an object directly by bending at the waistline, or in second picture, he is picking, first he squat, then he picked the object. So yes, whenever you are lifting anything from the floor, and this posture is also applicable while gardening also. If your plants are on the floor, right? So what you can do, always bend yourself, squat yourself, and then water the plants. If you need to pick the groceries from the floor or anything from the floor, make sure first you will squat, bend your knees as much as you can, and try to pick the things from the floor. So this posture is very, very important whenever you are lifting anything. This lifting technique also applies if you are taking a bathing, if you are washing the clothes. Suppose a bucket which is full of water, right? A bucket which is full of clothes. So rather than bending forwardly, first bend yourself, then pick an object. So it will not create any strain on your back as well as your knee. Because लोग आते हैं मुझे क्या कहते हैं कि मैं पानी दे रहा था पेड़ों के अंदर और मेरी ना कमर में चुभ लग गई, मेरी कमर लॉक हो गई. लेडीज कंप्लेंट की कल मैंने बाल्टी उठाई थी, मेरा हाथ दर्द करने लग गया. तो जितनी आपकी टेक्निक ठीक होगी, आपका पोस्चर करेक्ट होगा, उतना पेन की दिक्कत आपको नहीं होगी. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड संघा. Yes, a very important thing. Correct postures to maintain tying shoes. आजकल आपने देखा होगा मार्केट के अंदर स्लिप ऑन शूज का बहुत ट्रेंड आ गया है. Everyone loves to buy, you know, स्लिप ऑन शूज, कि खड़े खड़े पैर को डाला और पहन लिया. क्यों? क्योंकि उसमें झुकना नहीं पड़ता. उसके अंदर हमारा वेलक्रो स्ट्रैप भी होता है और हमारे पे इलास्टिक होता है. व्हेन यू पुट द फुट इनसाइड, इट विल इजीली गो. सो व्हाई दिस इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट whenever you are tying the shoes, why we are always tell कि do not do it in a forward manner. तो जब भी आप अपने जूते के लेसेस बांधेंगे, मेक श्योर आपके नी स्ट्रेट नहीं होने चाहिए. अगर आपने खड़े होके नीज को बांधा तो इट विल क्रिएट अ इम्पैक्ट ऑन योर नीज एज वेल एज ऑन योर बैक. सो इफ यू वांट टू टाई योर शूज, ऑलवेज डू इन अ सिटिंग पोजीशन. और अगर आपको बैठना भी नहीं है, आपके पास कोई स्टूल भी नहीं है, तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं, आप सिंपली अपने घुटनों को थोड़ा मोड़िए, थोड़ा सा आगे आइए एंड देन लेसेस को बांधिए. बिकॉज दिस इज दी वन ऑफ द मोस्ट, अगर मैं बात करूं डेली रूटीन की, तो जूते एक ऐसी चीज है, जब हम सुबह निकलते हैं तब जूते पहनते हैं, जब रात को आते हैं जूते उतारते हैं. तो इसमें पोस्चर करेक्शन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट? सो ऑलवेज मेक श्योर जूते या तो बैठ के बांधे, या अगर आप खड़े होकर पहनना चाहते हैं तो नीज को स्लाइटली बेंड करें एंड देन टाई योर शूज. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड संघा. Yes. Now, correct postures to maintain while using electronics. So, आजकल घर घर में स्मार्टफोन्स हैं. ऐसा कोई भी नहीं है जिसके पास स्मार्टफोन्स नहीं है या गैजेट्स नहीं है. सो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. अगर हम यहाँ पर देखें तो आई नो, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल लाइक फर्स्ट पोजीशन के अंदर आपने देखा होगा पोस्चर while यूजिंग अ स्मार्टफोन. आजकल नाउअडेज आपने अगर कंडीशन आप लोग न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हैं, सो देयर इज अ वन कंडीशन व्हिच इज कॉल्ड टेक्स्ट नेक. जो लोग ज्यादा फोन को यूज करते हैं, ज्यादा चैट करते हैं, व्हिच दे कीप ऑन कंटिन्यूअसली लाइक दिस, दे हैविंग अ टेक्स्ट नेक. व्हाट इज टेक्स्ट नेक? इट इन्वॉल्व्स द नेक मसल्स व्हिच causes a tightening, and sometimes the pain is so much worse that it radiating to my arm also. So whenever you are working on your smartphone, make sure it should always directly at the level of my eyes, not like this. It should be always like this. So there will be no forward bending to my neck, number one. Secondly, whenever if you are using a tablet, yes, suppose for example in the picture, like we are using the pillow elevator. I mean, we can elevate the pillow or we can use a stand. So suppose आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं है. अगर आपके पास घर में पिल्लो है तो आप अपने पिल्लो को लैप में रख सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर पिल्लो भी नहीं है, so what you can do basically, आप अपना थोड़ा सा पीछे ड्रैग होके, मतलब जैसे अपना थोड़ा सा आप स्लाइडली पीछे गए एंड आप उसको थोड़ा सा ऊपर कर लीजिए. जैसा आप लोगों ने देखा ना, कभी कभी जब हमारे आंखों पे स्ट्रेन होता है तो चीजों को हम ऐसे करके देखते हैं, तो यू कैन एडजस्ट द पोजीशन लाइक दिस. और अगर कुछ भी नहीं है तो आप सिंपल वहां बैठिए, डाइनिंग टेबल पे बैठ के पढ़ लीजिए, और चाहे ये आपका टैबलेट हो चाहे रीडिंग बुक हो, आप यहाँ पे एक और काम भी कर सकते हैं। अगर आपके पास घर में कुछ भी नहीं है तो आप 2-3 किताबें ले लें, किताबों को ऐसे फोल्ड बना के, प्लान बना के उसके ऊपर अपने टैबलेट को या फोन को रख लें, ताकि आपका विजन जो है वो स्ट्रेट हो। या आप क्या कर सकते हैं, अगर आपको प्रॉपर स्टैंड बनाना है अपने फोन के लिए, तो मार्केट, आपको याद होगा पहले कैसेट का कवर आता था, तो आप कैसेट कवर को जब खोलेंगे तो वो ऐसा प्लान बन जाता है रखने के लिए विद द सपोर्ट, सो वेयर यू कैन पुट योर फोन। नेक्स्ट थिंग, लैपटॉप पोजिशन। सो एज आई टोल्ड यू, जब भी आप पोजिशन लैपटॉप को यूज करेंगे, यू कैन सी, यहाँ पे आपने देखा होगा कि यहाँ पे हम लोग लैपटॉप स्टैंड को यूज कर रहे हैं। अगर आपके पास लैपटॉप स्टैंड नहीं है तो यहाँ पे आप बुक्स को भी यूज कर सकते हैं, और अगर बुक्स भी नहीं है तो व्हाट यू कैन डू, द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, यू कैन यूज अ थिक पिलो विच इज नॉट फर्म। आप कोई भी पिलो ले सकते हैं जो कि हार्ड हो, सो दैट आपका लैपटॉप का जो डेस्कटॉप है वो वहां पर हिले नहीं, इट शुड हैव अ स्मूथ सरफेस, सो यू कैन यूज दिस पोजिशंस फॉर द बेटर करेक्शन। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड संगा। Yes. Now the quick tips, which is very much important. A very, very important tips. My husband keep on telling me always कि यार मेरे ना आज कमर में ना दर्द हो गया। जब मैं ढूंढती हूँ, असेस करती हूँ, तो रीजन क्या निकलता है कि जनाब बैठे थे और बटुआ रखा हुआ था नीचे। So number one, whenever you are driving your car, whenever you are driving your cycle, or whenever you are driving your any scooter or any bike, always remove your wallet, because if you sit with the wallet, you are creating a pressure, and that gives a pinch to my bone, which is called my, there is a bone which is called sciatic notch in the center of my buttock, so it creates a pressure. Because of that, it creates a lot of pain or stress, and that causes also pain in my hip muscles, and my hip, when my hip muscles become tight, it creates actually other stress on my surrounding muscles also. So never, always make sure, do not take the wallet whenever you are driving. Second, avoid wearing handbags on one shoulder. Yes, I wanted to add one thing also. When I'm talking about the handbags, number one, keep changing your position, whether you are a girl or a man. Make sure, keep changing the position, keep changing the position of taking the laptop bag or your bags, sometimes in the right hand side, sometimes in the left hand side. But yes, the most important thing, the strap of your bag has to be narrow. It is very, very important. If your strap of your bag is very thin, it will actually sometimes causing a swelling in the lumbrical portion. आपने देखा होगा कई बार लोग जब पतले पॉलिथीन उठाते हैं या पतला स्ट्रैप होता है, लोगों को यहाँ सूजन आ जाती है, स्वेलिंग अराइजेस। तो इसलिए जब भी कोई आप बैग ले रहे हैं, मेक श्योर उसका जो स्ट्रैप है वो चौड़ा होना चाहिए, एंड शुड बी कंप्लीटली फर्म टू योर स्किन। अगर उसका मटेरियल अच्छा नहीं होगा तो वो आपकी स्किन में रैशेस भी कर सकता है, यू कैन गेट द एलर्जी ऑल्सो, सो इट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट। और मार्केट में अगर मैं बात करूं, आजकल तो बहुत ऑल्टरनेटिव्स अवेलेबल हैं। हम लैपटॉप के लिए ट्रॉली बैग्स यूज कर सकते हैं, बैकपैक यूज कर सकते हैं, और अगर आप बैग्स, नॉर्मल बैग्स भी यूज कर रहे हैं, सो यू कैन वेयर इन बोथ द शोल्डर्स। और वन थिंग विच इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट, whenever you are tying anything on your bag, always adjust the strap over here, not more forwardly, because उससे क्या होगा, आपकी नेक मसल्स बहुत टाइट हो जाएंगी। दिस इज वेरी, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। एंड अगर आपके पास 2-3 बैग्स भी हैं, सो मेक श्योर आप उसके अंदर जो वेट है उसको प्रॉपर्ली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर ले, rather than taking a weight in a one bag, right? So you can distribute the weight. Second, which is very much important here, why this handbags are creating a trouble, because when you are taking your handbag in a one posture for a longer period of time, it actually create an impact on my blood supply. आपने सुना होगा, लोग अक्सर कहते हैं कि मैं जब भी कोई भारी सामान उठाती हूँ, मेरे ना सूजन आ जाती है, लाल लाल हो जाता है। सो इट इज ऑलवेज इंपॉर्टेंट। थर्ड थिंग, अवॉइड वेयरिंग हाई हील्स फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम। यस, इट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट। अगर आपको शादी में जाना है, इट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट आपके लिए कि आपको हाई हील्स पहनी भी है। तो मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी, जब आप गाड़ी में बैठते हैं, वेयर योर नॉर्मल स्लीपर्स, एंड व्हेन यू जस्ट रीच एट द वेडिंग साइट, यू कैन वेयर योर हील्स। बट अगर आप हील्स पहनना भी चाहते हैं तो ऑलवेज प्रेफर अ वेज which is broader, not never. So always avoid high heels. But yes, if you are wearing it, so prefer to wear a wedge one. And yes, the most important thing, always take the footwear which have a broad toe box. आगे का आपका पंजा अगर ज्यादा नैरो रहेगा, उसकी वजह से आपको अपर आपका जो फ्रंट जो बेसिकली फुट है वहां पे आपको हमेशा दर्द रहेगा. तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, अगर आप कोई जूता भी खरीद रहे हैं तो हमेशा याद रखिए आपका जो टो बॉक्स है, इट शुड बी ऑलवेज broader rather than having a narrow. Then, which is very much important, limit use of handheld device. So we already discussed in the last series कि आपको कोशिश यही करनी है कि अगर आप मोबाइल फोन्स भी यूज कर रहे हैं, iPads भी यूज कर रहे हैं, so your posture has to be good. So avoid forward bending as much as you can. This is very, very important. Next slide, Sangha. Yes. So break is very much important whenever you're working on the laptop, or you are preparing dishes, or you are changing even the bed sheet of your mattress. So the break is very, very important. Even if you are washing your clothes also, break is very, very important. So when we talk about number one, eye break, yes, whenever you are working on your laptop, take every 15 to 20-minute eye break. Just get up, go, wash your eyes with the water, and then come back to make your muscles relax. It is very important. Secondly, to provide a relaxation to my eye muscles, you can do simple blink activity. You can slowly blink your muscles, blink your eyes. That will also causing a relaxation to my eye muscles. So eye break is very important, and it applies not even when you're working on a laptop. It also applies if you are reading a book, if you are watching any cartoon, if you are reading anything on the mobile, any smartphone, any laptop, any tablet. So your eye break applies everywhere. Even you are watching your Ramayana on the TV also. So it is very important. Next slide, Sangha. Yes, very important exercise break. Yes. So whenever you are working, it's important to give some exercises to your body to provide the mobility of your joints. But when I'm talking about the exercise break, so it always apply when I get up early in the morning. Suppose I wake up at 5 from my bed. What should I do? Start your day with the stretching on your bed itself. You can do the neck stretching. You can use your body stretching to relieve your muscle tension, to provide the relaxation to your muscles. It's very important. Third slide, Anka. Yes. Now, this is very important that what kind of an exercises you can include in your exercise break. So first thing which I start with, so now I wake up, it's 5 o'clock. What you people, everyone please do with me. Simple, you can sit on the chair. So first exercise, what you can do, number one, your neck stretching. So wherever you are sitting, just take your hand. Suppose I'm going for a right hand side, my neck stretching. So you can put your hand like this and you can go on the other side. Just pull this your neck on the other side and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will actually give attention to my muscles. You can feel a stretch. So this is called neck stretching. In a similar manner, you can go to the left side muscles. Just pull it, hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And second, you can go for a Brahma Mudra. You are sitting like this on your bed. When you get up, just go to the right hand side. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then come to the center. Then go to the left side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is called Brahma Mudra. You can do this activity by chanting your Om mantra also. Just close your eyes, keep chanting your mantra and rotate your neck at the sides. This is very good. Third thing, which is very much important, anybody who is having a neck pain, please do not go for this neck rotation. Otherwise, it will actually increases your pain. So if you want to go for a neck rotation, so always go side by side. For example, I will go for my side rotation. So I can go like this and I can come to the center and similarly on the other side like this. and then we'll again come to the center. That you can do, but do not go in a full angle. You can go for a half angle, but do not approach to the full angle. Then simple, you can just clasp your hands and you can stretch yourself like this. So you can pull your hand muscles back as much as you can and straight your arms like this, straight your back. You can hold it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. So this will actually give a stretch to my all the arm muscles. It's very easy to perform. Or if you again going for a particular group of muscle stretching, which is called tricep particular, so you can just simply put your hand like this on the back side, and from the other hand just pull it downward. So this will give a stretch to my triceps muscle. You can hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax. That you can do. Or simply other exercise which are very much easy, you can just shrug your shoulder. Simply you are touching your ear lobules like this. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. And in a similarly, you can go for the retraction. You can just move your shoulder back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax. And similarly, you can rotate your shoulder rather than going for a forward approach, go for backward. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is very effective. The people who are using a laptop or ladies who are spending so much time in the kitchen, it's very, very effective. This is very, very good. Or in a similarly manner, you can just on sitting on the chair, you can simply like maintain the position of your arms in a 90-degree angle, and you can go for a side stretch. Just lean on the other side, hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then come back and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax. So it is always important. And whenever you have any kind of an ache, any pain due to bad posture, always go for an ice application for 15 minutes in a gap of 4 to 6 hours. You can go for 2 to 3 days. It will give a very good relief from any kind of a pain. This is very important. And if I talk about the other exercises, so you can just simply you can just, when you get up, you can simply just, step up and down. You can just put your knee in the air, just step up and down, step up and down. You can do this activity. Or if you are not aware about the exercises, so you can do your body movements in the available range of motion, which we are practicing in our daily lives. जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको ये सब चीजें ऐसे ही करनी है. हमारी बॉडी के कुछ ऐसी मूवमेंट्स है जो हम डेली रोजाना करते हैं. आप बैठे बैठे अपनी गर्दन को हिलाते हैं, आप अपने हाथों को ऐसे रोटेट करते हैं, क्योंकि ये मूवमेंट्स होती हैं. तो जो हमारी बॉडी की नॉर्मल रेंज भी है मूवमेंट्स की, अगर आप वो भी करेंगे तो भी आपकी जॉइंट की मोबिलिटी बनी रहेगी. तो जब भी आप सुबह उठे 5 से 10 मिनट अपनी नॉर्मल बॉडी की मूवमेंट्स कीजिए, ताकि आपकी बॉडी थोड़ी खुल जाए. एंड यू आर जस्ट, अब आप उसके से क्या होगा, now you are pumping the blood. तो जब now when you are doing the movement, you are pumping yourself, so now you are ready for the action. So it's a kind of a warm up. तो वरना अदरवाइज सुबह सुबह आप जब लोग उठते हैं तो आप थके हुए होते हैं, तो आपका मन नहीं करता, यू लाइक थका, गर्दन में दर्द है, धीरे धीरे you get charged up. So spend some quality time in some different activities, right? Yeah, Sangha.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Kamini, for explaining us in this detail about ergonomics. Why is it important and what are the control methods or what we should take care of on a daily basis? So I'm very sure that all of you would have noted the tips and the techniques that are shared by Dr. Kamini today. We are running little short of time, but definitely we'll take up the questions that have been shared in the chat box. So Dr. Kamini, the question that we have got is from Ms. Runjan. So the question is, while bending, if there's a muscle spasm at end of spine or on waist and giving rise to bad backache, then what is the immediate solution or any home remedy which can give relief?
I already told you, Gunjan ji, आपको कुछ नहीं करना. Runjan ji, sorry, आपको कुछ नहीं करना. आप ice pack लगाइए for 15 minutes. Number one, whenever you apply an ice pack, it should be completely wrapped in a towel. Any cotton cloth, do not apply directly. आपको आइस पैक उठाना है, 15 मिनट के लगाना है, 15 से 20 मिनट, और आप लेट जाइए. लेकिन हमारे अंदर एक कमी क्या है, जब हम कुछ चीज लगाते हैं ना, तो उसको बाद में चेक करते हैं कितना ठीक हुआ, चेक करूं. तो आपको वो नहीं करना. So an immediate remedy for treating any kind of a spasm is ice pack for 15 minutes. And yes, अगर आप ice pack कर लिया आपने, आपको लगा कि थोड़ा better हुआ है, but pain है, तो you can apply any local pain relieving gel locally. आप कोई भी relieving gel या कोई भी spray है, उसको ice pack के बाद लगा लीजिए, and you need to continue at least for 3 days. But avoid forward bending, avoid picking anything from the floor, avoid anything. If you are doing anything in a long standing hours, you need to avoid. This is very, very important. So ice pack gives wonders. Trust me. This is the remedy.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kamini, for answering that in detail. Next question, Mr. Ganga Prasad. I think we have covered this. Dr. Kamini has explained us in detail that what are the tips for daily exercises. Another question that Dr. Kamini, very interesting question, and we often face this, that should we keep moving and do slight exercise, or should we take rest if there is a sprain?
No. See, whenever you have a sprain, okay, so fourth thing you need to follow whenever you have a sprain, just learn it. It is called RICE. There is a one word, always just remember everyone, RICE, R-I-C-E. So whenever you get a sprain or strain, number one, rest. Number one, don't move, rest. Second, ice application. I refers for ice. Third thing, compression. अगर आपको लगता है sprain की वजह से if you get the swelling, so you can wear a compression bandage. आपके घर में कोई भी बैंडेज हो उसको सपोर्ट कीजिए, जॉइंट के आसपास उसको बांध लीजिए. फोर्थ, अगर आपको लगता है कि उसमें थोड़ा सूजन आ गया या वो हल्का सा मोटा हो गया है जहां भी आपको स्प्रेन हुआ है, तो वहां पे आप क्या कीजिए, अगर आप बैठे हैं तो तकिया लगा लीजिए अपने पैरों के नीचे, या जिस भी बॉडी पार्ट के अंदर आपको लगता है कि स्वेलिंग है उसको हमें एलिवेट करना है. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर वन वर्ड, राइज. R stand for rest, I stand for ice, C stand for compression, and E applies for elevation. Elevation का मतलब उसको थोड़ा सा ऊपर उठा दीजिए ताकि lymphatic drainage हो और थोड़ा सा circulation की वजह से सूजन सारा निकल जाए. एंड कंप्रेशन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर आपको काफी ज्यादा है, आप खड़े हुए, आपने फील किया कि चला नहीं जा रहा है, तो वहां पे आपको रेस्ट करना है. लेकिन अगर आपको कोई काम जाना भी है, जैसे आपको बाथरूम जाना है, आपको कोई भी आपकी एक्टिविटी हो सकती है, एडीएल एक्टिविटी, तो मेक श्योर आप उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया को सपोर्ट करके रखेंगे. सो यू कैन वेयर एनी क्रैप बैंडेज. क्रैप बैंडेज भी घर में नहीं है तो किसी भी कॉटन के कपड़े को आप लपेट लीजिए टू सपोर्ट. लेकिन आप जब भी बांधेंगे, ना ज्यादा लूज होगा ना ज्यादा टाइट होगा. इट शुड बी ऑलवेज इन अ मॉडरेट फेस. Always remember RICE, the best remedy for treating any kind of sprain or strain.
Okay, and the last question, Dr. Kamini, that we have received is how to identify pain, whether it's due to muscle or bone or nerve damage.
Nice question. So when we talk about, okay, so let me just talk about a nerve. So whenever any pain which occurs due to nerve, so it is something like a tingling sensation, झंझनाहट. You know, अगर आपको numbness आ रही है, आपको sensations alter लग रही हैं, आपको पेन जो है वो कांस्टेंट चला आ रहा है, आप सोच रहे हो कि, और पेन का जो जो देयर इज इफ आई डिफाइन जो पेन का वे है, इट्स समथिंग लाइक प्रिकिंग, टिंगलिंग, इट कैन बी स्टैबिंग ऑल्सो. किसी कोई पिक 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 कर रहा है, कोई हथौड़े से मार रहा है, सो इट कैन बी अ नर्व पेन. ठीक है, और इट इज कॉन्स्टेंट इन नेचर. ओके, दिस इज अ नर्व पेन. बट अगर आपका कोई मसल पेन है, अगर आप कह रहे हो कि बोन का पेन है, तो जब भी अगर आपको कोई भी बोन का पेन होगा, सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, अगर कोई भी फ्रैक्चर या कोई भी बोनी इंजरी होती है, आपका इमीडिएटली स्वेलिंग जरूर आएगा. नंबर वन, आपका मूवमेंट रिस्ट्रिक्टेड होगा ही होगा, और वहां पे यू कैन सी द इन्फ्लेमेशन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रेडनेस अराउंड द एरिया. ठीक है, आप चल नहीं पाओगे, आपको लगेगा कि नहीं कुछ तो हुआ है, यू कांट टेक द लोड. ओके, बिकॉज माई बोन स्ट्रक्चर इज समथिंग विच इज अलाइंड बाय माई मसल लेयर. लेकिन अगर मसल इन्वॉल्व है, ऑफ कोर्स, because these all three structures are interconnected, my muscles, my bones, my nerves. Muscle के साथ आप क्या चीज देखोगे कि that actually restrict your movement. For example, if a tightness in this muscle, okay, and अगर मेरा muscle spasm में जाता है, तो I am not able to do the movement, right? I will be feeling कि मेरा movement restrict हो गया. And on the other side, if I talk about how we can identify, so yes, we can identify on the basis of the assessment. which requires a physical examination. Always remember. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kamini, for sharing the answers in such detail and making us understand about ergonomics. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today. I hope you were able to understand about ergonomics, why we have taken it as a topic for this month, why is it important, and what are the tips and techniques that we can maintain. If there are still any questions that were not answered, or if you have any doubts, please feel free to reach out to us on Xyla app, or you can also ask in your regular review calls. We would be really happy if we can help you in any way. Thank you so much, everyone. Please take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kamini, for coming on this platform and helping us.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.